So simple. Now, still ahead this morning, we've got the boys from Little Britain joining us. But next up, the Scissor Sisters are here to launch our Sunrise Power Week. And are we excited?
Let's hang with it.
Okay, we're back. The ferry just had to pull in. So you can save this as a HTML and send it to anyone.
I think you can save it as a couple of different things. So
We tried to lasso the musical notes and turn them into text, but obviously that doesn't work.
So I think you can save it as a journal file
Yep.
or web archive or a TIFF.
As you would with any traditional journal note. So it's actually quite neat. The TIFF anybody can see as well.
Yes, yeah. I mean, again, because that's what I was doing with Logic, was sending PDF files of the scores. So yeah, that's what I'm excited about. One of the functionalities.
Yeah. Now also there was accessories were key for John. Now you've ended up buying a couple of extra accessories. What did you end up getting?
The power pack, the 8-cell power pack.
8-cell power pack
And the DVD.
and the DVD. So that's neat. So now you've got this ultra mobile
And
experience.
you know, the power pack probably would be with me on a long plane flight, but the DVD would just be in my suitcase for whenever I needed to check things in.
Yeah, of course. Now, I thought I'd mention it was quite funny that we'd been emailing backwards and forwards, and John's been a reader on the blog for a little while, and I forgot to ever ask what band he was in, and it turns out that it's my 5-year-old absolutely loves the Scissor Sisters. Absolutely love. Now, we were having a joke about this because I didn't think the demographic was 5-year-olds, for the Scissor Sisters. But you say the kids really love your stuff, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. You know, kids and housewives.
Kids and the housewives. The Desperate Housewives, or possibly.
Not after they've been to a show, you know.
We'll go there after the camera's off. Yeah. Anyway.
I mean, I think, like we were saying, it's kind of like visually for kids. It's like the Muppet Show. It's like they can totally remember.
Yeah. There's
that
characters
band.
up there,
The band stands out because of the visual aspect.
And you've just come back from Tokyo, right? How was Japan?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I've been there a couple of times now.
You can tell we're right by the water. Little speedboat.
The first time I went there was such a culture shock.
Yeah?
I thought I landed on another planet. It was not. I just wasn't prepared for it, and the second time I was kind of a little bit more used to it. And then this time it's just you kind of know the score a little bit more.
Yeah.
But it's fun. But I was looking for peripherals for this, and no one sells any Samsung.
Yeah. So Japan apparently. John went asking for Q1 accessories, and everyone just sort of, oh no.
Yeah, well, they just said, that's Korea. I was like, oh, okay, sorry. But no, it's fun, gadget shopping in Tokyo especially, it's great.
Now, John was telling me this morning, with the band members there from Scissor Sisters, they actually had an ultramobile PC conversation. What was that about? What did you end up talking about?
A couple of people really like it, and a couple of people are like, what are you doing with a PC? Because everyone in the band's got a Mac.
Everyone's got a Mac.
Everyone in the management has a Mac. There's a couple of guys on the crew, a PC, but a couple of the crew guys moved over to Mac as well. So there's been a little bit of a dressing room debate about why are you using a PC?
Now, the lead singer, you said, what's his name?
Jake went crazy over
Jake went crazy, right?
He saw it and he was like, right, where can I buy one? Mainly so he could play his old PC games and his old adventure games in the 80s.
Come on, Microsoft, Samsung,
PC.
send a handful of these to Scissor Sisters, come on.
So yeah, Jake would love one. Our press lady was really interested in one. But then the conversation went something like, so you're not using a Mac anymore? I'm like, well, yeah, I am. I still have a Mac. And they're like, but how are you going to use a PC and a Mac at the same time? So think in people's minds there's definitely this thing of like you have to program your brain to only work a PC or only work a Mac, and I'm just trying to.
You're either Coke or Pepsi, right? You can't.
Yeah.
Apparently, we can't drink both.
But no, I watched Dignation, as I was saying before, and I'm like a huge fan of Dignation, and I really like, you know, watching Alex get all his new PCs and get excited about them, and kind of that ongoing debate with the two of them about PC and Mac is, you know, it's an interesting debate. And now I'm using a PC again for the first time in years. It's really eye-opening. Like, some of the things I miss about Mac are just it's easy, it's really straightforward. But then some of the things I like about the PC is you can really get inside it and customize it to do exactly what you want it to do.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I'm not really that much of a genius with computers, but I just, you know, it's nice to mess around with the insides.
So how long have you had the Q1 now?
Just about a month.
A month, yeah.
It's like it's still new.
So out of 10, the experience, what do you reckon?
I'd say 9 out of 10 because
9 out of 10.
The only thing, when it's plugged in, I love it.
Yeah.
The only thing that I'm slightly not loving is you know, if it's on battery and it's on max battery life, it's a bit sluggish. So I'm really just using it on normal setting. So you know, that's the only thing. It's like if there's a way that the max battery life could use applications a little bit more efficiently, and maybe if there was like if it went to black and white, as I know they're doing with the $100 laptop.
Yeah,
they're doing the whole black and white thing. If
high contrast.
Yeah, if it had something like that for max battery life, I would be happy with that.
Yeah.
Because if I chose to use that setting, I'd know what I was getting, but I'd know that it would be a bit quicker because it's not using graphics.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah. Fantastic.
So,
John,
that's my only thing.
it's been a pleasure having you on, mate.
It's been a pleasure
It's
meeting you.
the ultimate experience for me to go full circle, isn't it? So
Yeah.
I was saying this morning, he was on television this morning playing with the Scissor Sisters, and my 5-year-old was watching television, watching him, and then John is a viewer of my blog, so he goes home and watches me on his UMPC. So all of a sudden this parallel world sort of comes full circle, doesn't it?
It's beautiful.
It's been great, mate. This has been Hugo Ortega from the Uber Tablet blog with John Garden from Scissor Sisters. Till next time, bye-bye. Do the fake control.
I can't believe. Gonna like draw in a little.